Well, tarnation, you found them all! I'll find a good home for them, don't you worry. Here's a little reward for helping me out. You more'n deserve it for all your assistance. Look me up if you ever wandered the spiral.
Life magic was said to have been discovered by the earliest inhabitants of the Ravenwood, guided by none other than Grandfather Tree himself. He instructed his early disciples to plant trees and tend to a grove to learn the complex interactions of all living things. As these early theurges advanced in their studies, so too did their gardens improve, eventually sprouting the sentient spell trees. Not just of life magic, but all the schools. Each tree embodied a new form of magic, a new aspect of existence. It was through their growth, study, and teaching that magical law was tested, explored, and codified. In its most rarefied form, myth is the magic of the mind, the energy of thought and imagination. But in its current application, the myth school is relatively young, relying as it does on fables and legends that needed first to be written. Conjuration was discovered by a bard named Jack Stanley Kane, who sang a troll song so well the troll came to life and attacked the audience. The performance received mixed reviews, but the monster summoning was embraced by everyone, from tyrants to toddlers, and remains in practice today. The ancient Tritons were creatures of the sea and heirs to the power of the Storm Titan. It is thought they used their command of lightning to create technological wonders, but if true, their inventions were lost to uncertain tides. The Tritons isolated themselves from their dragon and giant contemporaries, but were often blamed for cataclysms on the land or in the skies. Eventually, they retreated to hidden oceans, seldom ever seen again, though some suspect there is a world of Tritons waiting to be found. The original practitioners of death magic were shunned by their societies, written off and punished as plague carriers and spirit thieves. And it's true that many of ill intent found a school with such spooky spells thematically amenable. The worst such group was the cult of the Corrosive Chorus, a sect from ancient Azteca who loathed the song of creation and sought to unwrite it. They traveled across nascent skyways, summoning banshees and spectral skulls to scream a discordant melody that could unmake worlds. Some believe Bartleby himself intervened to stop them, cursing the death cult with eternal life, sealed forever in a soundproof prison. In the beginning, there was the Dragon Titan, an immortal being capable of burning an entire world or rekindling a soul's lost spark. From the embers left in its wake, there came the race of dragons who harnessed the power of fire to rule the lands. As fire magic passed to younger races, dragons were pushed out of the fledgling worlds, seeking refuge neath the sleeping form of their ancestor. Their drake offspring formed alliances with roving human clans to rebel against their parents, ultimately establishing the empire of Dragonspire. In the first world, the children of Lady Nightstar, the grandmother Raven, battled constantly. Titans they were, embodiments of ice, fire, and storm. Their conflict shook the world, but by the time of the Spiral, only their offspring remained. Giants were the descendants of the Ice Titan, who used his power to create frost castles from frozen clouds. Like their ancestor, they battled the dragons on the ground until the wars decimated both races. The giants retreated to the world now known as Grizzleheim, where the few who still remain rule the frigid realm of Wintertusk. Traditional theory holds that there are two broad categories of magic: elemental, fire, ice, storm, and spiritual, life, death, and myth. Legends of astral magic from ancient Celestia often complicated those old definitions, but there has yet to be physical evidence of the practice. It was ultimately the discovery of balance magic on Crocotopia that upended the previous paradigms and introduced a composite sorcery that blended the powers of the elemental schools while also being able to enhance or debilitate spiritual powers. Today, balance is considered one of the core 7 schools of magic, but many institutions have yet to fully incorporate it into curricula.
You found the books on the ancient history of magic? Let me get my notepad out and tell me everything you learned. Wow, that's a lot. Gonna need a minute here, pal, to process all that. Okay, I'm good, but all the answers in those books just bring up more questions. Like, what happened to these titans? And what's with the sentient plants? You've seen them, the trees with the faces in Ravenwood. Every school has one, except Death and Balance. But what do they do? What are they for? Why don't Death and Balance have one? People have a right to know. We need to get the straight dirt from the horse's mouth. Meaning, go ask all the trees themselves. While you do that, I'll study the books.
What are we, spell trees? Why, we are the offshoots of the great-grandfather tree. He who, with his sister grandmother Raven, sang the song of creation and wove the spiral into being. Life magic in particular resonates with that song, uses its chords and verses to stitch wounds and mend spirits, to heal a fragmented world. And the titans responsible for that sundering? They were lulled to sleep by Bartleby himself. May they sleep evermore.
We spell trees aid in the invention of new spells and the crafting of treasure cards. I am the tree of myth. Mine is the burden to remember the stories of old heroes and monsters. It is from these tales that myth spells are born. Speak to me to learn recipes for myth spells. The other trees hold similar recipes for their own schools.
What's cooking, wizard? Oh, I think it's me. I am raw fire, after all, undiminished by any contradictory forces. Huh? Oh, all magical schools have an opposite. A school to which they're vulnerable, but against which they're strong. Fire melts ice, but melted ice douses fire. Similarly, life and death contrast, as does the creativity of myth with the destructiveness of storm. Balance? Yeah, I guess we do all sort of balance each other out. That's a good way to look at it, wizard.
How long have we been here? Oh, as long as I can remember. I don't know if we are the first, but these are the only spell trees I've known. Well, except for Mortis, the spell tree of death. I hear he came from elsewhere, but I know not where. Alas, he is, perhaps, ironically, dead. Destroyed with the death school in Malister's tantrum, so we cannot ask him. So, wizard, Calvin told you about Mortis and that he came from elsewhere? But Blossom said we all came from Bartleby. Confused? Well, both are correct. Bartleby's roots stretch invisibly to every world within the spiral. And in any of those worlds, spell trees can bloom. A balance tree? I've never met one. It's possible one is out there somewhere. You need only to look.
You talk to the trees? They think the death tree is dead. There may be a world of balance trees. Myth is weak against storm? What a scoop! This will make for a great article on the history of magic. And don't worry, I'm happy to share a byline. What was your name again? Fantastic! Till next time, pal.
Wizard, at last you have come. Any longer and I may have perished under the weight of this disrespect. You see, my friend, I have been burgled. A priceless family heirloom was stolen by my most archest of nemesis, my evil twin brother, Roberto. He's wanted the item since we were colts. I tried to confront the fiend, but he secured himself behind a wooden skeleton lock. A powerful ward I thought only a legend, until now. I'm certain there's a way to unlock the bony barrier, but I'm too busy training new students in the combative arts to do the research myself. However, I did hear there's a new assistant in the library whose focus is in the skeleton locks and keys. Could I impose upon you to consult him?
Oh, can I help you? Diego the Duel Master seeks information about a wooden skeleton lock. Why, that happens to be my field of expertise. Skeleton locks are enchanted doors that can only be opened by a corresponding key. Thus, Diego's wooden lock requires a wooden skeleton key. But those keys are typically quite difficult to come by, coveted as they are by what I call bad folk, and they shatter after only one use. Fortunately for you, I have a wooden skeleton key I can part with if you take this keyring with you on your adventures. The keyring detects nearby skeleton keys and sends data back to me for my continuing research. Plus, it will mark your map with key locations. Well, I bid you and Diego good luck with whatever waits behind that wooden skeleton lock. I'm counting on you to explore the entire spiral.
You found your first skeleton key. These enchanted keys unlock powerfully warded doors, behind which you'll discover great rewards. Different types of skeleton keys will open different kinds of locks, so pay attention. And each skeleton key can only be used once. Remember that great reward is often won only through great risk, so be wary of the monsters you discover behind locked doors.
You're back! What did the librarian's assistant say? We need a wooden skeleton key? Of course! Curse this bad luck. What's that? The librarian's assistant gave you a wooden skeleton key? I knew you'd come through for me. That's why I hate to beg another favor of you. Will you duel Roberto and recover my precious heirloom? Let me explain. As much as I would love to battle my brother, honor forbids it. You see, Roberto and I both made an oath to our mother on her deathbed that we would never take up arms against family, so I cannot fight him. However, we also made an oath to our father on his deathbed that we never back down from a challenge, so I must fight him. Just see my difficulty, huh? Roberto stole the heirloom knowing I'd be unable to personally retaliate, but there is no dishonor if I send a proxy. Especially not if that proxy is my most prized pupil who learned everything they know about dueling from me! Haha! Will you do it? Thank you, my friend. You can find Roberto in his hidden lair. I'll mark your map. You've lopped right into my trap, my foolish Wait, you are not my brother. Does that coward, Diego, send a child to fight his battles? So be it. Here, give the baby his toy back. I only stole it to irk him, but it's no fun if I don't get to see the look on his stupid face. Besides, he clearly isn't lucky at all. Couldn't even help me defeat a lowly whelp like you. Just take that piece of junk and get out! Get out of here! You've returned with my great-grandsized lucky unicorn shoe. I knew that scoundrel Roberto would be no match for my favorite pupil. It's a good thing the librarian's assistant that no one had ever heard of before literally had the key to solving these problems, no? Indeed. Just see, my friend, this unicorn shoe brings luck to everyone. Well, for everyone but Roberto, that is. Hey, thank you again.
Hello, Wizard. I'm Lucky Hookline, famous fisher and Pisces collector. You might have heard about the 60-inch whopper I caught. No? Ah, well, let me tell you, fishing is a terrific hobby, and you won't find a more relaxing pastime, If you like, I can teach you how to cast for fish. Magically, of course. Then you can catch your own whoppers. First off, you gotta be in an area of the spiral populated with fish. You'll know you are when the fishing icon appears. Clicking the fishing icon button displays your fishing spells. Fishing is a magical activity in the spiral, you know. Your fishing spells consist of fish catching spells and fishing utility spells. Click on a fish catching spell to cast a magical lure. You want it to land in front of a fish so they notice it. If you don't like where your lure lands, click the cancel spell button to quickly recast the spell. When the magical lure flashes, that means a fish has noticed it and is coming closer to take a nibble. As it nibbles, the lure will rise and fall a bit. The trick is to wait until the lure completely sinks below the water. Then you reel him in. Timing is crucial, so be sure to hit the space bar quickly to invoke the fish catching spell properly. And so are your spells. Every fish has a magical school type, and fish are more attracted to lures from their same school. When you use a lure correctly, your magic will snare the fish and float it back to you, alright? You'll see the name and size of every fish you catch. Small fries are the tiniest ones, while whoppers are the biggest. Fish are stored in your fish basket. The angler's tome has a record of all the fish you ever caught. Click on it to open it. The angler's tome will tell you how many of each type you've caught, along with the smallest and largest sizes. Another important tip to know is that every fish you come across responds only to your presence, no matter what. So don't worry about competition, or that other wizards will scare away the fish. You're the only one who can do that. Now that I've explained the basics of our magical fishing, let me give you the Lesser Frost Lure. It's a good basic lure spell. Go to the water behind old Zeke over there and use the Lesser Frost Lure to catch a frost decoy and an ice cuda. Look at the sizes of the frost decoy and ice cuda you caught. I reckon that must have taken a bit out of you. As you may have noticed, fishing costs energy. Never fear, your energy will replenish over time. But we need to get on with your next fishing lesson. So here, have this energy elixir so we can get started. You ready for your next fishing lesson now? Yeah, sounds like someone's hooked on fishing. Let's get started. You're a bright kid, so I'm sure you noticed that the Lesser Frost Lure I gave you is an ice school spell. And you probably also noticed that the frost decoy and the ice cuda are both ice school fish. Ice fish like ice lures. You can catch non-ice fish with your lesser ice lure, but you'll have a better chance if you buy the other school lures. I have lures for each school I can sell you. They're not required, but they will help you with your next objective. Catch one shark spear, a mechanical armor head, a catfish, a garfish, a fish sandwich, a mainstream decoy, and bonefish. Yeah, because I'm nice, I'm not gonna tell you to catch 7 fish and just wish you luck. I'm gonna give you luck.
Aha! You've seen the signs, haven't you? Why, signs of the end of the spiral, of course. Peculiarities, instances of pure impossibility. You may not have seen them yet, but you will. The Gravulum Order has detected increasing numbers of Pecrons all across the spiral. Pecrons? Why, they're invisible micro-magic particles that exist and don't exist at the same time. In concentration, they create peculiarities. That's the theory, at least. The Gravulum Order is dedicated to investigating this frightening trend, and we need your help. Take this Gravulum badge and get a reading from the Gobblers on Colossus Boulevard. Do this, and we might even invite you into the Order. Hello? Hello? Do you hear me? Oh, good! The badge is working. Orange reading. Pecron concentrations there are average. Good! Come back to Ravenwood. Well done, young wizard. Good news. You're a full-fledged member of the Gravulum Order now. Together, we'll figure out this peculiar business. Check in each day, and I'll give you a creature or location to test. You won't need to return. I'll get the reading from your badge remotely. Oh, and take this Gravulum lodestone for your house. If you prefer, use that to get your daily assignment. Very well. Until tomorrow, then.
Can I help you? Oh, yes, of course. You're the one I was told about. I'm Principal Monstrologist, Gilderberg. Thanks for coming. Headmaster Ambrose is allowing me to recruit talented and studious young wizards for an exciting new elective program, Monstrology. It's an ancient practice from my home world, Albion, and I've come to share Monstrology throughout the spiral. So let's get started. The motto of Monstrology is Know Thine Enemy. You'll learn to profile your enemy, extract their strengths, and use them to your benefit. We use special monstrological extract spells to enchant damage spells, which can then capture an enemy's very essence, or animus. An enchanted spell that deals damage will result in extraction of one animus, plus an additional animus is extracted with a defeating hit. Now pay attention here, because this is very important. To formally collect the animus you've extracted, you must win the duel. Once you've successfully collected an enemy's animus, their profile is added to your Monstrology tome, so you can reference them at any time. There's much more to Monstrology than that, of course, but I find 'tis easier to do than to listen. It's high time for some field work. Take this extract undead animus spell and use it to capture the animus of any undead enemy you'd like to profile. Well, almost any. Since you're new to Monstrology, you'll want to tussle with a low-level enemy to maximize your chances of animus extraction. Start with the Lost Souls on Unicorn Way. Extract one Lost Soul animus, then return here and we'll wrap up your introduction to Monstrology. Were you able to extract an animus from an undead enemy? Aye? Cracking! Now it's time I show you the myriad ways monstrologists use animus. The Monstrology tome, notwithstanding, my personal favourite application of an animus is to create a summon monster treasure card. It's like an echo of the enemy you extracted it from, which can be summoned in combat, but not unlike the way one summons a minion. You can also create an expel monster treasure card that's basically an instant defeat, one-shot silver bullet against a particular monster. If you've the proper lodgings, animus can also be used to create house guests, as well as monster echoes that your friends can duel. And don't worry if your house isn't equipped with a Joe sigil. That's what the Monster Dome is for. Now, if you've any questions, or simply feel the need for a refresher, consult the Monstromnibus here at any time. And remember, as your monstrology level increases, so does the amount of monstrological spells you're privy to. So, keep an eye out for me in your journeys throughout the spiral. Until then, welcome to Monstrology. Go on then, get cracking!
As the professor of life magic, it falls to me to tell you about a wonderful new activity available to students. I speak of gardening. Students at Ravenwood can plant and grow amazing plants in their dormitory rooms or castles. Wizards of all schools can garden, so my hope is that every student will learn the joy of shepherding new life. There is so much to learn about gardening, and I know just the person to teach you. Seek out Farley in Gollum Court. He will explain the basics of gardening to you.
Greetings, my little wizard friend. You look like you're in need of some learning, and I'm happy to oblige. And if it's not too much trouble, I'll ask you for a small favor once I've finished yapping. So, where to start? Well, let me tell you about how gardening works. It all begins with the tiniest of things, a seed. That's it, a seed. Do you have a seed with you? Surely you must. What's that? You don't? Oh dear. And we're off to a poor start. Tell you what, will you run over to speak to Blossom, the life tree in the midst of Ravenwood? Ask her for a seed. Any type will do. She should set you up with something to get you started. Be off then, will ya?
Good day to you, young wizard. What can I do for you? A seed? Farley sent you? A most unusual request, but I should be able to help you. A plant's journey of life begins with it as a seed. There are many types of seeds, each with a different destiny. With enough energy, you can prepare soil of your choice in your castle, if you have one, or a planter in your dorm. Then, you can place the seed into the readied soil. After a time, it will begin to grow. You can shepherd its growth through spells and other means of caring for it, creating an environment for it to thrive. I will give you a seed. Take it back to Farley. He will tell you more.
Oh, you've got that seed? Fantastic. I recommend you roll up your sleeves and learn something about gardening. Let's see what kind of seed Blossom saw fit to give you. Oh, what's this? A dandelion? That'll do nicely. After you've planted your dandelion seed, it starts to grow. From seed to seedling, young plant, mature plant, to elder. You can use a number of helpful spells to usher it along as it grows, keeping it healthy and happy. Take a look at the row of 4 dandelions to the side of me, and examine each of them. When you're done, come back and I'll bend your ear some more, if you've got the patience for it. This is a seedling, the youngest phase of life for a plant. You will need energy to plant a seed in a planter or the ground. After a seed is planted, you can use plant growth spells on it to help it flourish. Plants require some things to thrive and survive: water, sunshine, pollination, magic, and even music. Plants that are cared for with spells to satisfy their needs will advance through the stages of life. Next, you should examine the young plant. This is a young plant in its next stage of life after seedling. You can observe your plant's growth visually and by using some simple spells. The plow spell allows you to remove a plant or dirt pile if you wish to do so. The revive spell allows you to transform a wilting plant into a young plant ready to grow once more. Now you should examine the mature plant. This is a mature plant in the fullness of its growth. When a plant becomes mature, it can be harvested. You can harvest a plant by interacting with it. Each type of plant yields a different harvest: reagents, pet snacks, gold, treasure cards, or more seeds. You can harvest from a plant as long as it's in its mature stage of life. It's now time to take a look at the elder plant. This is an elder plant, the final stage of a plant's life cycle. Many plants won't reach this stage. An elder plant can be harvested one final time with much greater possible rewards. Once an elder plant is harvested, it disappears and cannot be revived. You should return to speak to Farley. So, there you have it. Think you know it all now? Don't get carried away. I've still much to teach. I'm sad to say that gardening isn't all nurturing and happiness. Plants can be endangered by some very real threats. Take a look at the two unhealthy-looking specimens to the other side of me. Come back when you've seen for yourself what can happen.
This plant is wilting. It will die before too long if it's not taken care of. Plants can die if their needs are not met, or if they are killed by pests. Plants have likes and dislikes, things that encourage or discourage their growth. A plant's likes are things it enjoys being near. These can include other types of plants or gardening items. A plant will flourish if it is near things that it likes, while things it dislikes will cause it to become unhealthy. An important part of gardening is learning how to arrange your plants and create a healthy garden for them. You should examine the dead plant now. This plant is dead. Now all that can be done is to plow it over or revive it as a seedling. The greatest threat to plants are pests. Pests can infest a plant and hinder its growth. If pests are not eliminated, eventually the plant will begin to wilt and die. When a plant is infested by pests, it cannot be harvested, and growth spells will have no effect. To eliminate pests, you must use pest-fighting spells. To eliminate a pest, the spell must be of high enough rank. You can purchase pest-fighting spells from vendors throughout the spiral, or even win them as treasures. Farley can tell you more about how to get started gardening.
It's a sorry state to see plants doing so poorly, but it's important to know what risks there are when gardening. I think by now you've learned the basics of planting and gardening. If you've been paying attention, the seed Blossom gave you should be enough to get you started. I encourage you to try it out. You've already got the basic spells to care for your plant, and I can sell you additional spells and items for your garden. As you continue to garden, you'll reap the rewards in the form of harvests, badges, and even experience. I look forward to seeing you again with your newfound green thumb displayed oh so proudly. Best of luck to you.
Have you brought the 2 daggers of absolution I asked you to make? If you don't have both of them, I can't help you, dearie. Those are quite nice indeed. I am pleased to award you a Novice Crafter badge. Display it with pride. When you earn a new crafting badge, you can buy more advanced recipes, allowing you to create new and more powerful items. I said I could get you started, and you've certainly grasped the fundamentals of crafting. That's all I can teach you. To become a master artisan, you must learn the crafting styles of all the worlds of the spiral. If you wish to continue your studies, you should go to speak with William in Crocotopia. He will be happy to continue your training.
Hello, thanks for coming. My name's Blaze, and I'm determined to show all of my fellow wizards the secret to conquering foes. Teamwork. Magic gives us wizards lots of power. With the right spells in your deck, it's easy to feel like you can do anything, but that's not always true. The good news is, we can accomplish even more if we work together. I believe there's nothing better than helping out less experienced wizards. It's like we get to be professors ourselves. I'll show you how. Take a look at the Join a Team kiosk over there. This is the Join a Team kiosk. Use it and you'll see a list of wizards who've asked for help with a tough fight. If you've beaten an enemy, you can help other wizards beat them too. Select someone to join their team. You'll join them after a timer expires. The wizards you're helping are questing. Let them talk to NPCs, solve puzzles, and use the sigil first if they want to. Be nice. If you leave without helping, you won't be able to help anybody else for 10 minutes. Come see me after you help someone. Pretty cool, right? Helping other wizards is one of my favorite things to do. You earn special badges for helping. Show me your badges, and I'll sell you great stuff. So go play it forward, wizard.
I am Baldur Goldpaws, a trader from far-off Grizzleheim, and I've just discovered this world. I have sailed across the great sea of skies, establishing new ports to trade my wares in. I would like to establish trade relations with the merchants here, if they be friendly. Can you help me? If Prospector Zeke is here, go speak to him. Then speak to your treasure card dealer and anyone who sells furniture. If you can do that for me, I will be thankful.
Hey there, young wizard. How's it going for you so far?
You explain that Baldur Goldpaws asked you to help set up trade relations between Grizzleheim and Wizard City.
That's great. Old Zeke's always happy to do business with the bears. Tell Baldur I'll trade with him.
Hello there, young student. Welcome to the library. Can I help you find any book or card in particular?
You tell Mr. Argleston about the trade agreement Baldur is trying to set up.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I would be happy to trade treasure cards with Grizzleheim. I wonder if we can set up a library exchange program.
Welcome to my shop, young wizard. Can I interest you in some furniture for your dorm room?
You tell Mr. Quickhammer about the flying boat with the trader from Grizzleheim.
That's great. I offer a selection of furnishings from across the spiral. Adding imports from Grizzleheim will certainly be good for my business.
Did you get agreement from the three merchants? Good! You have brought two worlds closer together. You have my thanks. I would like to reward you for your help getting your merchants to agree to trade with my world. Would you like to take a quick trip with me to visit Grizzleheim, my home? It will not take long now that I know the way. You can greet some tradesmen from Grizzleheim and see if they will trade with Wizard City. In Grizzleheim, speak to Thrain Stormfriend, Vider Silverthread, and Dane Goldright. Let them know I sent you with word of new trade partners.
You look like you could use a new rune-carved ring. I have just the one in stock.
Before he tries to sell you something, you explain about the trade agreement.
That sounds like a great idea. Sign me up.
You should head back to tell Balder that we're willing to trade. You there! Can I interest you in a new robe? This is a cold land, and you should try to stay warm. What size are you?
You explain that you're not robe shopping. You're here to set up trade with Wizard City.
Trade with Wizard City? I can certainly do that. I will have to get some smaller sizes in stock, though. Welcome, young outsider. Where are you from, and what can I do for you?
You explain that you're from Wizard City, and that you're here to set up trade with Grizzleheim.
Sounds good to me. I'll trade with anyone with gold in their pocket. They're in agreement, then. Good news! We have done well this day. Ready yourself. I will take you home now. It was a pleasure working together. I wish you well in your future journeys.
The Storm Mill is in trouble, and I need your help. Something strange is going on down below us, and we don't know what. You might not know this, but we collect magical lightning here and store it in the storm batteries buried far below the mill. The storm batteries are in tunnels that were once beneath Triton Avenue, but now they're located right off Crab Alley. I need your help to take a look down there and see what can be done. Here's a water-breathing potion. Go to the edge of the river, near the anchor rope, and jump down to Crab Alley. Find Herman. He may have an idea about what's going on down there.
This looks like the spot. Next stop, Crab Alley.
Welcome. It is good to see a wizard in these strange times. I'm happy to see you. Everything is topsy-turvy. King Thermidor had just returned from his world tour when we awoke one morning to find a breach in our river wall. The king went into the breach to investigate, and he came back in the company of Riverclaws. He's been acting very strangely ever since. Now Riverclaws are strutting around like they own the place. The king had a falling out with his advisor, Sir Thomas Cromshell, and now Cromshell is locked in the White Tower. Could you talk to Sir Thomas in the White Tower? The tower is locked, so you'll need a key. One of those Riverclaw guards may have a key. You'll have to defeat one and take it.
find a key marked with the image of a white tower.
Trespasser! Get them!
How good it is to see you! An ominous current wends its way through Crab Alley. The king, he changed after the expedition beyond the river wall. When I offered my counsel, the king had me locked up. I beg you to find Captain Jonah and see if he can explain the king's current state of mind.
What's this? There's a curfew on by royal decree of the king. Guards, arrest this wizard.
Why would they attack you? Cromshell should hear about this.
You were attacked! A curfew? Oh, this is not good at all. I'm sure the Riverclaws are behind this, somehow. I can't do much to help from here. I need you to find the one who holds the key for my cage. To do that, you'll need to defeat some Riverclaw guards.
No more! I'll talk! The king has the key to the prison in the White Tower.
Drats! Let me think about this. Here's what you must do. Go to the king and straighten this out. Tell him that me being locked up just isn't working out. Use your magic to make him see reason.
What are you doing there? The king is receiving no visitors today. He is awaiting his tea and the royal crumpets. Away with you.
Receiving no visitors? How unlike him! What's that you say about tea and crumpets? That's unusual for the king. He's never been fond of them before. I have an idea. Catherine is the head cook. She's certain to be the one preparing the tea and royal crumpets. She knows King Thermidor better than almost anyone. Speak to her and see if she'll help us. Her house is down the street.
Hello. Is there something I can help you with? Oh, I'm glad Sir Thomas thought to send you here. Ah, goodness, someone else sees it. I thought I was going mad. Wait, you haven't seen the king yet? Oh, you must see for yourself what is wrong. The king came back from his world tour, different, but in a good way. And now it's like he's someone else. I can get you in to see him, but first I have to prepare the royal snack of tea and crumpets. I can make the tea, but some of those Riverclaw scoundrels outside swiped the crumpets I baked this morning. Can you go and get those crumpets back for me?
We love our crumpets.
Excellent. You recovered them. The king certainly loves his midday snack of tea and crumpets. I've prepared the tea. If you take it to the king, I'm sure he'll see you. Maybe you'll be able to see what's wrong.
You have the tea and the crumpets? It's about time. His Majesty was getting very hungry. Go on in.
You dare to intrude on King King Thermidor? Who do you think you... Oh, you have my king crumpets. Num 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 num. Num num. Oh, those were some magnificent crumpets. Why are you looking at me like that? Do I have crumbs on my shirt? Chamberlain, King! Where are you, Chamberlain?
The king dismisses you with a curt nod. You've seen what you needed to see, though. The river claw called Amadeo is dressed in King Thermidor's royal garb. The disguise is cunning, but it was obvious to you that the king is an imposter.
Did you see it? Thank goodness it's not just me. It's nothing like our King Thermidor at all. The real king is... dreamy. You need to return to Sir Thomas Cromshell. Tell him what you've learned.
What? The king is what? I can't believe the king is an imposter. Yet it explains so much. His huge appetite. How badly his clothes fit. This aggression will not stand. Something must have happened to the king. The real king. When he went through the breach in the river wall. The king took several guards with him. Please go through the breach in the wall. See if you can find the king or any of his guards. First, though, you will need a royal order to get by those guards. That won't be easy. If you can get the king's seal from his desk in the royal tower, I can fake an order for you.
You find the king's seal in a drawer filled with letters and CDs. Sir Thomas will need that.
Wonderful! Just show this royal order to the guards. They'll let you pass and enter the breach.
You show the guards the royal seal. They let you pass. You pass through the breach in the river wall and enter the deep warrens. You should look for any clues to the whereabouts of the king or any of his royal guard.
Thank goodness you've come to save me. Oh, good to see you. I'm so weary I can barely stand, though. I need you to drive back some of the monsters that have been attacking me. Could you defeat the angler thugs and give me a chance to rest and think? Good work. You pummeled those angler thugs back into the depths. King Thermidor? Yes, I did come with him through the breach, but we were separated shortly after we arrived. I know the king is still somewhere within these deep warrens. I refuse to return to Crab Alley without him. Well, I've drawn a line in the sand here, in this no crabs land, and I will wait here until you find him. But first, can you help me fix my fortifications? That way you can go safely ahead, knowing that I'm watching your back. I need you to collect some of the loose shells scattered about and bring them here. Can you do that for me?
Come see me in the Commons when you get the chance. I have someone you need to meet.
I'm Simeon. Come and see me when you get a chance. I have news for you about housing. I'm in Ravenwood, near the boys' dormitory. Thanks.
Those will do nicely. Now, can you help me fix my fortifications? We want to create walls with the bigger shells and make scarefish soldiers using the smaller shells. Good job. These shell walls will help me defend the line, and the scarefish will frighten off most of whatever comes this way. Excellent. Now we can focus on finding King Thermidor. You'll need to defeat some Riverclaw guards. Cause them such distress that one of them will confess what he knows about our king.
More. The Crab King is held beyond the Alcazar, in the depths of the Wailing Cavern.
The Wailing Cavern? Oh, that doesn't sound good. Not at all. Clearly, we need to rescue King Thermidor from the clutches of these brutes, but a direct assault may not work. I need you to scout the Alcazar, that's their fancy name for a castle, and see if you can't find a secret way to sneak in.
A small passageway into the Alcazar is hidden back here, but it's too dark to navigate. Maybe Captain Roderick will have an idea what to do next.
A dark passageway, you say? Perfect! Sounds like you'll need a light. Have you seen the glowfish around here? They are so pretty. Go collect some. Once you have a school's worth, take them to the dark passageway and release them. Well, they'll swim into the tunnel and light your way.
You now have a school's worth of glowfish. You should take them to the dark passage by the Alcazar. You release the glowfish. They swim into the dark, lighting the passage. You enter the secret passage. You wonder where it leads. You have entered the Wailing Cavern. Now to find the king.
Excuse me, wizard, but one of my workers desperately needs your help. Please come find us in Old Town. Poor Doug might be hurt.
The dungeon in Old Town is for level 15 wizards. You can still do it at higher levels, but you may find more rewarding challenges elsewhere.
Why, hello! Are you here for the sound check? Great to see you! It's always good to meet a fan. I met King Amadeo, and he asked me to perform for him soon. That was quite a while ago, though. He said he wanted to check out Crab Alley, but that he'd be back for the show. I've lost my guards, and I can't go look for them because of the dreaded eels. They're very bitey. Have you been to Crab Alley recently? How are things back home? What? My kingdom has been taken over? That sounds terrible! I should go back, but I can't leave without my guards. If you can explore the area and find my missing guards, I'd be happy to talk to you about returning to Crab Alley.
Thank you for freeing us. I thought we were boiled for sure. Is the king safe? One of those river claws claimed that their super smart science guy started this whole problem. He was mucking about with something called a storm battery. Can you believe that? I've never heard such nonsense.
A super smart science guy? How did they get one of those? We must have one for our own empire. We need to find this super smart science guy. He's sure to know how this whole thing started. There's a chamber behind the stage that makes strange sounds all the time. The river claws called it the storm chamber and told me to stay away. Maybe you're brave enough to check it out.
An electrified gate. Someone doesn't want you getting inside.
An electrified gate? Someone doesn't want you getting inside. An electric gate? You know, we had some problem with Telluric eels nibbling on equipment. One of them caused an electrical short. You could use the Telluric eels to short out the gate. Why don't you collect some Telluric eels and try out my idea?
You think you have enough telluric eels to try to overload the gate. This must be the storm chamber.
Wizard, your magical theories and postulates are unwelcome here. This is an era for scientific progress. I will master these storm batteries in the Riverclaw Kingdom. We'll see a revolution like none before. Now prepare to face the fury of applied science. Now that you've walloped some sense into me, I see that I had gone mad with power. I thought to teach you a science lesson, but it was you who showed me the error of my ways. I had no idea my experiments with the storm batteries would cause so many problems. Together, we can make things right. I need you to find the storm battery parts that I damaged in my initial experiments. The currents spread them far and wide. Search the deep warrens for the broken pieces of the storm batteries and bring them back here. Good work finding the broken pieces. Unfortunately, I accidentally fed some of the lightning seeds to the telluric eels. It was an experiment. Besides, they really liked them, though it did make them more aggressive. Strike that, move on. You must defeat the telluric eels and recover the lightning seeds. Onward for science! Splendid! Now we have everything we need to make the world safe. For science. I mean, get things back to normal. Now that we have the pieces of the storm batteries and the lightning seeds, it is a simple matter to put it all together. I will monitor the flow from this position and save while you engineer the repair. Yeah, you just put the pieces where you think they should go, and then I'll turn on the current. What could possibly go wrong?
The storm batteries look like they have been restored to working order.
Very good, my young scientist.
wizard. The telluric eel should no longer be a problem. The storm batteries are fixed. You should go fetch back the king now.
You again? You want to go home? What's the rush? We have all the time in the spire. You fixed the storm batteries and put the super smart science guy in his place, did you? All's well, I suppose. Oh, I forgot that my kingdom's been taken over by an imposter. My old rival, King Amadeo of the Riverclaw. If only you had my royal seal. What's that? You do? Oh, wonderful! My royal seal will allow you to get into the royal tower, past the guards.
Ah, it is my favorite procure of tea and crumpets. Did you bring me more fine delectables? What? You dare to call me King King Thermidor, an imposter? How disrespectful. Wait a moment. You are no simple baker of tasty pastries, are you? You stand revealed as a wizard of Wizard City. Very well, young wizard. You may have seen through my disguise, but you won't leave the royal tower alive. To be defeated in such a strange and foreign land. For shame.
Bravo! Very well done, young wizard. The resemblance was uncanny. How did you ever tell that King Amadeo had replaced me? Catherine? So it was a simple cook who helped you see through the imposter's disguise. I always liked Catherine. I know. I will let her know how much she means to me. We'll write her a poem, and you will read it to her. Oh, how romantic. Go to my writing desk and craft a poem expressing my gratitude. Then go read it to my dear, sweet Catherine. Make haste!
Advancing quite rapidly, I see. Come to the Storm School when you have the chance. I have a new spell for you.
You did it! How is King Thermidor? I pray he's not too shaken up by his ordeal. A poem? For me? Oh, yes. Please, read it aloud.
You take out the poem and begin to read.
Lo, in my darkest times away from this place, you were my light, my beacon, my grace. Though I paid you no heed, You stayed loyal in time of need. Your claws how dainty as they mold your sweet tarts. Your kindness has cracked this crab shell apart.
That was lovely. Please show the king my deepest gratitude.
Oh, she liked the poem. I am so happy. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. You saved me and restored me to my throne. I could write you a poem. But wait, there is no time. You should return up above and tell Sir Homer Sunblade that the storm batteries are repaired. We will make sure the river claws do not damage them further.
You're back. It looks like you were successful. The storm mill is back in business. I hope you didn't run into any trouble. What's that? A tale of two kings? A mad scientist? Crabs writing poetry? That's quite an adventure you had, young wizard.